been here around the place, but Sticky and Kenny can go at the side. Just like that. Now that. Okay, so we're gonna get to the part we were in this veggies video. How to cut veggies. We haven't made it all the way through, so we're just gonna do this.
Want to take them out, use a spoon like that and just scoop it out. Then you need to cut it up. You can leave the skin on if you're steaming or roasting, and if you've got a really sharp knife, now it's more manageable. You can kind of do this action to go through. And I think the nicest way to cut it is in wedges like this. That is a kabocha. Tomatillo.
Tomatillo.
Tomatillos are a tomato family member, and they have a husk on the outside that you need to peel off before you use them.
Okay.
You don't need a knife, actually, because the best way to prepare them is to boil them, blanch them until they burst, or put them under a grill until the skins char a little bit. So this is what the inside looks, just like a tomato, and not great raw. They're also very sticky once you take off this husk, so don't take it off until you plan on using them. It's just like a green tomato, raw. Still better cooked though. Tomato.
Tomato. Finally.
Tomato. Tomatoes are the best thing when they're in season, and that season is pretty short. When they're in season, my favorite way to cut them is to just take out the stem end and cut them in wedges.
Wedges? Like I've never had a wedgie. I've never had a tomato
oil,
wedgie.
salt, and that's really it.
If I cutting it into slices is better.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
Zucchini is a member of the squash family, and it's in season in summer. You can cut them in chunks and roast them. You can roll cut them and then steam it. You can slice them in long, thin strips like this and grill it. The other way to prepare a zucchini is to peel it and create ribbons. And then you can make a delicious pine nut dressing with lemon, really yummy. Toss it over this, and it's a really nice, different textured way to eat it.
Okay.
A lot of different things you can do with a humble zucchini. Cucumber.
Cucumber, finally!
Cucumbers are very versatile. They are absolutely delicious, just sliced as they come. You can cut them on a mandolin like this, very thinly, and use that as a pickle. It can be cut into large slices like this and used as a crudité, thinly sliced as a sandwich, cut into rounds. That's
normally how I eat cucumbers, just in slices.
In Australia, we call these chocos.
Chocos? What?
They are a squash family member, similar to a zucchini. Very mild tasting. You can eat the skin. You need to take out the seeds though. We used to just eat it steamed, and we would just cut it like this.
What?
And you could also do that to roast. It's a very mild taste, sort of, it's like cucumber and zucchini kind of mix, because it's crunchy like a cucumber, but very mild like a zucchini. Yeah.
Okay.
Pepper.
Pepper. Finally.
Peppers are a large family of vegetables, and they can be used in so many different ways. To prep a bell pepper, cut in half lengthways, take out the seeds and the membrane. It's a little bit bitter. You can just do it with your fingers, and then you can decide, do you want slices like this to be eaten raw as a snack, as a crudité, or larger pieces that you might like to roast to then put on a sandwich or add to a salad.
Oh.
Jalapeno pepper. The best way, I think, to cut this is
Jalapeno.
to just go around the seeds like this. Just roll it. The seeds are really spicy. The flesh may or may not be spicy. You really just have to test it by going like this, just to see if it's burning your tongue. So you can slice it up like this in long strips and then just dice it, and then you can use that in a salsa like that.
Okay.
And that's peppers. Bitter melon.
Bitter melon?
Melon is a member
I didn't know
of the
any
watermelon
melons
family.
are
It can be
a
eaten
member
in a
of a
variety of ways.
vegetable.
You don't need to peel it. You do need to take out the seeds though. So I would cut it long ways like this and take
Wait,
out
does it have
these seeds by
seeds?
scraping with a spoon. Just like you would, say, a squash. Say you were to saute it.
Or a pumpkin?
You could cut it on an angle like this.
Okay.
If you wanted to steam, you could do it a bit thicker. And let's see how it tastes raw. Bitter. Very bitter. I'd say cook it. Forget that raw bit. Sauteed, I think I'd do first if I had to use it. Anyone want to try it?
No.
Eggplant.
Eggplant! Finally! Eggy!
Cooked first and foremost, and cooked properly. If you don't cook them enough, they are hard. They should be soft and succulent and really melt in your mouth. If they're not in season, I recommend cutting them how you want to cut them, mixing them with salt, and setting aside for an hour to drain to get out of bitter taste, and then rinsing them really well before you prepare them. They are often sliced and pan-fried. You do need a lot of oil to roast or fry them because they are spongy and absorbent. So if you were to do that for a sandwich, say, you would just slice it like this, and after you've salted it and drained it, if you need to do that, you then pan-fry them. If I was going to roast it, I'd cut it into sort of wedge shapes like this. So there's a lot of different ways to use eggplant, but not raw. You don't want to eat it raw. Radish.
Radish.
Radishes are delicious eaten raw. However, you can roast them or saute them. So I love to shave them by plucking off the end. Leave at least some of the greens when you're shaving them because you have a handle then to use. And you can shave them like that. If you want, you can cut them into little wedges.
Wedges? Why would you cut them into wedges?
This, and steam them, which a lot of people don't think to do. And they look really pretty.
No, they don't.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Turmeric is now
The rat
famous.
roll.
It is full of nutritional benefits, and there's so many reasons to add it to your diet. It comes dried as a powder, but fresh is the way to go. You need to peel it.
Okay.
Then you would cut it lengthways like this, stack it up just like ginger, and thinly slice.
Wait, where is ginger? Have you even cut
If you
ginger?
want to cook it, I would suggest dicing it finely like that. That's turmeric. Ginger.
Ginger.
It is delicious and very medicinal.
And also it's
Fantastic
disgusting.
If you have a cold or a sore throat, the best way to prepare it is to break
Cut it
off a
in half.
manageable piece and peel it first. But the least wasteful way is to peel it with a spoon because you really just take off just what you need with the skin. You can slice it or you can grate it
Okay.
like that. Or you can cut it into little tiny minced pieces.
Okay.
And then if you really want to add more ginger
Minced.
flavour at
Okay,
the end
let's
of
get
cooking,
some
just
milk.
squeeze in the juice. Beetroot.
Beetroot.
This is a beet. There are a lot of different
Beet.
things you can do with a beet. You can boil them whole, which is a fantastic way to marinate them. Without even washing it, you can just put it in a pot of boiling water, and then once it's cooked through to the centre, you just peel off the skin under running water. Then you can chop that up, marinate it with
And
oil
then
and
you
vinegar,
can
and
fight
it is
on
my
it.
favourite way to eat it. You can also eat them raw, but they need to be peeled, and you can shave them nice and thin.
What are you doing, buddy? What are you
Or
doing?
you can use a box grater and just grate it and use that as a
Are
salad.
you going at the other side? Oh, let me. Oh, that's so
They're
cute.
really good
Carrot.
when they're freshly done, and you really shouldn't do anything to them. You should just eat them straight like that because they taste so sweet and delicious. Roasted is a really nice way to do a carrot, and to do that with this size carrot, cut it down the middle like that, and then you can just place it on a roasting pan face
And then
down
we can
so you
shave
get a nice
it.
golden edge on it. The other thing I like to do with a carrot, shave it with a peeler and
I
create
knew that.
ribbons, which is just a nice way to add it to a salad rather than grating it. You can take
Okay.
off the outer skin if you want, or you can just scrub it. And then you could use
Scrub
the
it
inner
like this.
core in a soup. And then, yeah, don't waste this. Either juice it if you juice, or chop it up for your base of your soup. Carrots. Parsnip.
Parsnip.
I think
Okay.
the best way
Snip.
to cook it is to peel it, which I don't always say, but the skin can be a little bitter. And turning it into a pureed vegetable soup or roasted, I think is the best way to do it. Peel it first. You could do like a roll cut for roasting is kind of nice. Or you could cut it in long strips like this and roast it like that. You could also cut it like a carrot. Turnip can be used in all the ways you would a
Go up.
parsnip, a
Okay,
carrot,
I'll go up.
even a potato, although it has a little bit more repungent flavour and a lot of people don't love it. It does need to be peeled. I would take off the end, cut it in half, and then I would cut it like this
Giant.
into sort of wedges and then into odd shapes. Or you could
Cut it in
cut it
half.
into sort of wedge type
I knew it.
pieces like that. That's turnip.
Turn up.
Potato.
Po-
They are
Potato,
probably
potato,
mostly
potato,
used
potato,
for
potato,
mashing
potato.
or roasting
Yeah.
as stuffing. You have also sweet potatoes, coloured little baby potatoes. This is purple inside. This one is pink skin but white inside. You usually peel a potato. If you're going to mash it, boil them first. Or roast a sweet potato whole and scoop out the flesh. Cut it and dice it.
Okay.
Cut like that and boil. Add rosemary or other herbs. This is what a sweet potato looks like inside. That's a potato. Taro.
Taro.
Taro root is
Okay,
a
let's get a
starchy
tire.
vegetable. This is what it looks like on the inside. It needs to be peeled and then thinly shaved before it's fried into chips. It can be made into fritters. It can be cooked with coconut milk and mashed. So to
Cool.
peel it, you can use a peeler like this.
A peeler? I'm gonna peel me
But
then.
get stuck in your peeler because it's so fibrous. So cutting
Cutting the skin off is very difficult because knives are very difficult.
chop it up and boil it to then mash it. But
I'm gonna mash it
chopping
into
it up,
my
it doesn't really matter the shape. You could just go like this. That's taro root.
Taro.
Rutabaga.
Rutabaga.
Rutabagas, which are also called Swedes in England, are an unusual
sweating, I'm
vegetable.
sweating.
They sort of get stronger and a bit spicier tasting, if that makes any sense, or sort of more pungent as they age. And they're often mislabeled as turnips or golden turnips. Don't be fooled. They are a starchy root vegetable, so they can be made into a pureed vegetable soup. I
Let's
actually
check my
love
mom.
to steam them when they're freshly harvested and then blend with cauliflower and use it as a topping
Cauliflower
instead of
is
potato
nah.
for like a shepherd's pie. But you can just cut them like this when you're cooking them in a soup. Add them to sauteed onions and garlic, any flavors you want, and then add the rutabaga water. Cook till tender.
Yeah.
Blend. That's a rutabaga. Daikon.
Daikon.
Daikon
Con.
is a member of the
Con.
radish family,
One.
but it's a lot milder.
Done.
You can quick pickle daikon by peeling it first. Cut it
Cut it into your mom.
and shave it on a mandolin, or just thinly slice it. And it makes a really delicious pickle just with vinegar and salt. You
Salt
could
and vinegar?
just slice
Yay!
it in long, thin strips and use it to dip into a hummus dip or any kind of dip like this. It's really delicious, juicy. It's really, really delicious. Jicama. You want to choose one that's very firm and unblemished if
Jicama.
possible. I
Jicama,
love
Jicama,
eating it
Jicama.
raw.
Jicama.
And to do that, I need
Jicama.
to peel it.
Chicama,
cut it in
chicama,
half first.
chicama.
So you just cut slices like this.
Nearly
If you
done.
wanna cut
Nearly
like a
done
salad
every
or a
study.
score, I just stack it like that and then do
Then
like a
do the
julienne cut
finale.
like this. Yeah. But lotus root grows in water. It can be dried and purchased that way, and then you can soak it and use it in stews and things. First of all, I'll show you what it looks like inside. It's beautiful. It's got all these beautiful holes. And then
Okay.
I would peel the outside, cut it really thinly,
Okay.
and steam it or simmer it. Often you cut it
Often
a bit
we
thicker,
cut
put
it
in
in
a pan
half.
like this, and salt
That's
and
not true.
season it a little bit
We
of
cut
water,
it
and then cook it
into
until it's soft.
our
It
face.
makes your stews look really beautiful. Artichoke.
Artichoke.
Artichokes are like special because a lot of preparation is
talking.
involved in getting this gnarly vegetable down into an edible thing.
Yeah.
One way
Edible
that's very
thing.
quick and easy is to cut off the end like that,
And
cut
then
off
we can
this end,
slice it
and
and
steam it until until it's tender. If you want to go
Is it
further,
tender?
you have to break off a lot of leaves. Down to the more tender leaves, peel the stem. Then you can cut it in half and take out the choke and all that fluffy inside you want to get out. And then you can quarter this and roast it like this, braise it like this, or thinly slice it and saute it. You can also, if you get right down to the heart, you can shave it and eat it raw. That's an artichoke. Cauliflower. Cauliflower is part of the broccoli cruciferous family. The best way to prepare it is to cut off the leaves like that, and you can just go around. And then you want to cut off each floret too, like that. You can just go around and cut them off. You turn it into cauliflower rice, break it up into smaller florets or cut it, and then put it in a food processor and grind it until it's light and fluffy. Don't overdo it because it'll just end up mushy. That's cauliflower. Romanesco.
Romanesco.
Romanesco is
Desco.
variety
Desco light. Desco
and
light.
has basically the same flavour. It's much harder to cut into florets. However, you can do it, but they join quite close together at the top. I do the same thing I do with cauliflower and take off the leaves and the stems. I would just cut it into wedges.
Like
This is
this?
what it looks like inside. So it's not green all the way through. And just cut it like this. And roast pieces
If you
like
want
that.
to see
That
this,
is
type
romanesco.
in vegetable
Broccoli.
broccoli.
This is how I like to prepare it. Cutting off the florets like this, and I just go around and just cut them all off. And then
We
when
break
you
it in
get to the
half.
center, they're a bit smaller, but that's okay. You can just cut it like that. Then each one, you can just cut through the center and cut them into whatever size you like. So that's the floret. And then the way to use the stem is you need to cut off the sides or the skin. And it's hard to do with a peeler. You kind of need to take off because it's very tough. So you can see it's kind of woody and fibrous. And the inside is delicious because it's very tender. And it can be also just steamed or sauteed and cut into any size that you like. And you can actually eat this raw.
I think this is
It's really
enough for this
delicious.
video. I think this is enough for this video. I think this is
That's
enough for
broccoli.
this video.
I
I
hope
think
this
this
video
is sticky
inspires
and
you to
Tanny
eat more
going
vegetables,
to
because no
end the
matter
video
what diet you eat,
now.